What's up, people? It's officially day 2 of the solar powered shed to tiny house build. I am feeling a lot better today. I'm not 100%. I'm still congested, but I'm not going to let it stop me from working. There was a lot of questions on the last video that I felt like I answered in the live chat, but I guess some people missed it. So I'm just going to go over a couple of those things real quick before I start building. As far as the solar goes, we're not going with the expensive solar panels that you would mount on the roof. We're going to be using the ones that came with our power banks. What we would do is charge the power banks outside and then bring them in. We have 4 different ones, so we can rotate them out to help keep a lot of power in this tiny house. I know you see behind me, I did put up some insulation. My dad watches the videos just like you guys. He gives us tips and tricks as well. He actually told us a way to put in some outlets and to use the power bank to be able to charge all the outlets at once. So I thought that was a great idea. So I'm actually probably going to go with that idea. All we need to do is just pull up the insulation maybe a couple of feet off the floor, which is not a big issue because this thing's only a 10 by 12 and there's only about a wall and a half that's actually insulated. So we may do that, not on this video, but that is one thing. The next thing is the bathroom situation. Matt and I were looking at it, and it's a lot smaller once you start measuring everything out and figuring out where you want to put a little stand-up shower and a toilet. So there's a possibility that this shed might not actually have a bathroom in it. Just keep in mind, this is not going to be something Matt's going to live in for the rest of his life. He just wants to come out here and test it out to see if he can actually live in something this small. The main goal of this building was to have it for a guest house when people come over, which is hardly ever. I don't have a lot of people come out here. Or to have it as a small pool house, which I don't even have a pool yet, so I'd have to get that as well. So the way I see it, this is my property. If I mess up, I'm the one that's going to have to live with it. I welcome all sorts of advice. If I don't take your advice, don't get offended. If I do something wrong and I just cover it up or something, it is what it is. This is not a big deal. This is just a simple DIY project in my backyard. It's not something that somebody's going to live in permanently. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do today is put some boards going across the rafters. We're going to drill some holes in the side of the shed, add in some vents. That way we have airflow going through. Put up the insulation on the ceiling, and then it'll be ready to put up some boards. Alright, so I just finished adding in all those boards up there. It does leave about an 8-inch gap above them to allow air through it. Now what I'm going to do is add a vent on each side, one up there on the top, and one on top of this one. The way it is right now, we have those 3 2x4s going up, so what I'm going to do is just drill a hole on each side and then mount the vent on the outside. It should allow enough air to go through it, and then I'll be putting up all the insulation here, so the roof will go up, it'll go straight, and then it'll go back down again. So yeah, one step closer to putting up the insulation and adding in the wood. We started on the insulation over here on the back side of the little tiny house. You can see right up there, that's where the air goes through it. There's a vent on the other side as well. We started adding in insulation on the ceiling. Some of the pieces on the back wall are smaller pieces we kind of just pushed together just to save some money. We didn't want to go buy some extra insulation, but so far it's coming along. We're still going to try to finish out the ceiling today in this video. What do you think of the progress so far?
It's going, I can say that. It hasn't been the most fun, but it's definitely been challenging, and we're gonna have a few challenges to work out in this thing.
So, like I mentioned earlier, Dad said that we can hook up the wiring to where when you plug in the Blue Eddy or any of the little boxes, whatever, it would power all the outlets.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run a loop with probably like 4 outlets, maybe mostly on this wall, and like Jerry was saying, you just get a male to male, plug it in, that way it's hot, and you can use any plug while the power bank is running.
So like Matt was saying, he's going to be running the power in here. We're going to put a couple of outlets on that wall for the living room area, and then a couple of outlets over here for the kitchen area. So we will have to take off some of the insulation on the bottom, maybe go up about 2 feet or so, and then run the wire up if we want to have a higher outlet. But that shouldn't be too hard to do. Maybe we'll get that done tomorrow, but for today, we're going to try to finish off the ceiling. It's starting to come together. It's starting to look more like a little tiny house than a tool shed, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's feeling like an igloo in here.
Yeah, he said it feels like an igloo. It might during the winter time. I don't know. We'll have to see. But hopefully these power banks will be able to charge everything and power everything. So we're going to stop talking and we're going to try to finish out the rest of this. I'm going to put you guys on time lapse. Let's get to work. I decided not to go with the time lapse. I'm just going to show you guys once it's done. It's a lot of work, and I don't want to have to try to deal with doing the camera and getting up and down the ladder a lot. So we're going to check back in, and hopefully the next time you see this, we'll have the entire ceiling finished. All right, guys, let's go check out the inside. Matt and I have been working on it all day. Let's go see what we've done. So I said I was going to show you guys once we had the insulation in. Matt's peeling stickers off the windows. But we have insulation on the entire ceiling, up on the side as well. Heck yeah. So once again, we added boards across the beams to allow air to go through the shed. We added in vents on both sides. Then we put in this R13 insulation, which was fine because the 2x4 ceiling, they're pretty close to each other, and it's 2x4, so we got away with using the same as we did with the wall. What do you think, Matt?
I think it definitely makes it cozier in here.
Yeah.
I had the door shut, the window shut. It's a lot more quiet. I was screaming and clapping. There ain't no echo or nothing anymore, so it's
ShootDang.
feels like it's gonna be pretty well insulated shack.
Yeah. So Matt's going to be heading down to our parents on Friday, so that means we have one more day to work on it together. I think tomorrow we're going to go to Home Depot, pick up some wires, and we're going to try to run the electric, maybe just on this wall over here, just to play it safe.
Not full electric like we said, but
yeah. But I'm going to leave the bathroom, that whole section, completely unfinished until Matt gets back. I don't know if I should even put in the wall or not. What do you think?
we should just wait on that.
Just wait on that. But I may start putting in all the boards and stuff on this side, so this part of the shed might start looking, or shed, tiny house, might start looking more finished. And then when Matt gets back, we'll start working on the bathroom because he has a couple ideas on what he wants. He can also speak to our dad and kind of get some ideas while he's down there.
Because it's very limited space.
Yeah. But as far as the kitchen goes, I may be able to start framing that out. But I'm excited. This is to the point where you don't see any more studs on this whole section, so it makes it a little more exciting to start work on it. We're going to probably wrap the entire thing with cedar. What do you guys think? Comment down below and let us know if we should use cedar or something else. Should we do some wainscoting? What type of floor we should put in here? I don't know. I'm excited.
I would say a floor similar to what you have inside, because that seems to be
maybe a little lighter though.
Possibly. And then cedar.
So here's where the kitchen is. This is where the sink's going to go. Somewhere in this section, we're still debating on where to put it. I'm not sure if we're going to bring in the mini fridge from the man cave in here, or if we're going to get something different.
I did see something, little Bubba. Of course, I had to price them out and stuff, but they make fridges that have a stovetop.
Like an all-in-one?
Kind of. You got your little, it was like a little well, actually I had a sink too, but I don't think we would need that. Just maybe,
I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below.
Or just another portable stove like you used to have to go on top of whatever is encasing it in the fridge.
What if I should buy another one like I have in the house, the flat top burner? Just a smaller version, maybe a one burner.
I mean, that would work. It's just something to go on there. You could cook here, raise the window if you have to. You know, I'm known to burn stuff.
Yeah, Jerry, you know all about that. But over there, we're still trying to figure out the fireplace as well. I'll probably start looking on Amazon. We want a recessed one that's in the wall like it is in my living room, but
if possible.
If it's possible. If not, we'll just have to figure out another heat source for it, which is not very, I mean, it's not hard to figure that out. But as far as the ceiling goes, it's going to be the same thing with cedar. Up here in the middle, there's a wire hanging out. That's where that solar light was. We still got to put the wood in, and then we're going to put that light on, and it should light this whole place up. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening, a lot of changes. This is just the beginning. I know we're going to probably change our minds a million times. Matt's over here smiling and rolling his eyes. But yeah, comment down below and let us know what you guys think of this. It's going to be a crazy time. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been a long day of work. If you don't know who this is, that's my brother Matt. You can find him on Reelin, Grillin, and Chillin. He's going to be the one living in this. Follow along for his little... I told him he should change the name of his channel to My Shed Life or My Tool Shed Life.
I don't think so, because I don't know how permanent it's going to be for that.
But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.